strong and wise like Queen Sheba. Most can't deal with your strength, that's why they still beat ya. Took you out the Holy Trinity, but still need ya. Back to black consciousness is where I'm trying to see ya. I'm a Sar, you're a Set, on the throne is where I keep ya. Black woman. Most of us think your position is minuscule. Cook, clean, serve, all you was put here to do. Not realizing these qualities were put into you. Cause your leadership skills are natural. Don't believe me, Queen Nzinga led the war against them crackers, fool. My people sleep, so I teach, that's what a master do. Grew up with visions of chauvinistic theatricals. Now it's my mission to grab the culture and get back to you. So we can show the seeds what it is they have to do. Break the chains, runaway slave, they coming after you. Keep the men and women at odds and take the child too. Make sure she have more than one baby daddy, your dad'll do. 400 years later, no savior, they really lynched you. So take a listen, black woman, let me heal you. Any man that breaks you down really fears you. My elder Shabaka say what the women do, the men will do. So when you start the revolution, we right here with you. Some swear the black woman ain't shit. I say this queen is everything, even the ratchets. You just forgot who you are. I'ma help you remember. You're the mother of civilization. From the light-skinned hue to those darker than blue. Black woman, I never turn my back on you. You're beautiful without that perm. You're a queen without that weave. Love yourself, cause sister, I love you. Respect yourself, cause sister, I respect you. Apologies to those I disrespected before my mind was free. Let's take it back to go forward like Sankofa. Ride with me. She was here when we was kings, chilling on the throne. Proper placement, utmost respected. Her needs never neglected. Embracing her higher consciousness, the true essence, the procreator. From her I got my best blessing. My life she manifested. I'm forever indebted to her collection. Can't objectify her, she's more than breast and flesh skin. Think not, then you need correction of your perception. I'm talking about the first wonder of the world's possessions. Here for more than cooking and cleaning. Without her, man wouldn't truly experience being. Don't doubt her goddess ability of honing fertility. Just love her and preserve her identity. The black woman, when I see her, something gets into me. Beautiful inspiration like a pyramid. Amazing, brings out the best of me on occasion. They made her forget who she was, that's why I made this. Next time you're riding with your daughter, brother, play this.
I feel goodness all around me. I Spirituality supports reality.
Great Kujichagulia to you as well, Brother Kwame. Who else out there?
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack?
The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
Women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the golden fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Take a breath, take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Drink. 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 Come on. Come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 What? Drink your water. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Great Kujichagulia to each and every last one of y'all, family. It is good to be here, man. Oh man. So I got up a little bit early. I said, listen, I'm gonna start doing a little breathing and and trying to add to my running and stuff. Started getting back into shape a little bit. So I got up, did my little run. It wasn't quite a mile, but I was able to run it, and sat down and did did my little breathing exercise. I was trying to tape it, but something happened. So I guess it wasn't meant to happen. So it is what it is. So if y'all see me yawning, that's because I've been up. And it's like, and it's cool, man. It's like, like I said, it's time for me to make some changes. It's time for me to grow. Time for us to grow. Time for us to do some different stuff. Family, I want to once again welcome you to the Daily Toast, where we come together and we salute and uplift our ancestors. All right, so before we get started, tonight, because we should be able to have a show tonight. I don't think there's nothing. Well, there shouldn't be anything popping off. We have the story of the week, folk tale of the week. Let's see what we got here. We got the Bear and the Two Travelers. Yeah, a lot of people are familiar with this one because this is a popular Aesop fable. Two men were traveling together when a bear suddenly met them on a path. One of them climbed up quickly into a tree and concealed himself in the branches. The other, seeing that he must be attacked, fell flat on the ground, and when the bear came up and felt him with his snout and smelled him all over, he held his breath and feigned the appearance of death as much as he could. The bear soon left him, for it is said he will not touch a dead body. When he was quite gone, the other traveler descended from the tree and jocularly inquired of his friend what it was the bear had whispered in his ear. He gave me this advice. His companion replied, never travel with a friend who deserts you at the approach of danger. Misfortune tests the sincerity of friends. Misfortune tests the sincerity of friends. Anime, where you at when I need you, girl? Where you at when I need you, girl? Man, Anime just disappeared on me. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But I will be able to start uploading episodes to Spreaker, long as they stay steady on. It might be a little bit late or whatever, but I should be able to. Is that Anime? No, that ain't Anime. That's one of her cousins. But hey, it is what it is. All right, so family, we're about to do our toast. I also want to remember to do the proverb of the day because we will be releasing the digital book for this, so that you will be able to join us on this daily piece as well as we go through on the weekly show, Daily Toast. No, not the weekly show. Tribal quotes. As we go through deep thoughts, so I want to remember to get that today. So let's go on and grab us some ambrosia. I found me a little bit of ambrosia, just a little bit. This one is mature. It's all done. It's done eating up the honey. The honey is gone. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator, and we say the mighty word of Ashe. From the Creator, we move to our ancestors. We raise up our glass, we salute the ancestors. And of course, we're going to try to do the names. All right. Let's go.
Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert the Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown, C. Rosalie Tilly, Georgia Winnie Walter, Christopher Pendergaston, Eileen, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvar Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown, the second, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Monty Cupid, Minell, No More Exapet, Mike, Rob Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamau, the Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Western, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Actor Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, there, Gail Pullen, the Luxor Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Reed Nelson, Mr. Patrick Carley, Senior, Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Jonathan Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Princess Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend Jane Smith, Louis Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kelly D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mel Darrell Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mitchell Copeland, Jenny Clayberry, Beatty Sale Ware, Levita Farmer, Agosto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, I. Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Lyndon Giles Watson, Linda Giles Watson. All right. It lost me there. I got lost. So we made it all the way down here. We made it to Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Southern Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hitter Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Renee Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Andy Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amitette Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs, the second Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dee Monares, Gina Roop Jones, Jana Callahan. Oh, man. Okay. All right, cool. We made it through the first list. Almost. William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Roberts. Where am I at? No, it's Antonio Johnson. Delise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winfrey, Scannerbear, Wilson Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Sprouting, Kevin Sprouting, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothea Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christine Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingles, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Archie Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jay Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, Dave Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McCase, Mrs. Sturchin, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Annie No Baby Hatch as Senior, Melly Miller, Housie Hatch at Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Agnes Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Ira Moore, Ms. Vanilla, Iris Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Ellington Houston, Lud Oz, Elijah Oz, Jerome Oz, West Staten, Joe Jamel Oz, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Brad Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Lloyd Newton, J.V. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diana Herbin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick, Senior, Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Jabez McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Arthur H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Alver, Mazarin Cooper, George Swan, and Maya Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Evans McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. All right, we move on to the Black Book. We got Joella Giles, we got James Carswell, we got Liberta Adams. Got Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. Got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lodi Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Stina Banks, Joseph Bingham Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joey, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quade Sample, Candace Simmons, Sarah Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sonny Garner, Member Scott Sr., Carol Elder, Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Elizabeth Johnson, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jasandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry S. II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Karimi Mackey, Victor Bowden, Trusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Joseph Carl White, Jesse Woods, T.L.R. Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita, Alexander Brown, Cynthia Anwright, Richard Dorsey, that scared the hell out of me. Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozella Sr., Gladys Cooper, Ozella Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tuta Don, Sarah Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanette Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William, Duncan Jr., Jana Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Beulah, Papa Al Riesling, Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Garrett, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Riley, Mona Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Herman Reeves, Pam Johnson, Vera and Reese Fisher, Jerry Johnson McCallum, also known as Mama Moon. We got Sheila Ann Lee, Panchita Alba, Donald Brooks, Barbara Moses, Ida Spade, Eric Branson, Eric Winston. Family, we raise up our glass to all of our ancestors that we have been blessed to call today. Make sure did I get Mr. Winston at the end? Let me make sure. Yes, I did. Eric Winston. We lift up our glass and we salute each and every last one of our ancestors. We raise up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? From here, we move forward and we move into the present moment. Right now, I want to give all of the Kujichagulia babies a round of applause. All right. So in the present moment, we on Kujichagulia, and as I do every day, I'm going to ask you to open up your reticular formations and focus on finding Kujichagulia in this day, in this moment of power. We want to look for Kujichagulia, the model principle we're looking for. Well, even before we get to there, if you don't know why we call the day Kujichagulia, if you don't know why we're seeking Kujichagulia, then you need to get yourself on the E-course, family. Get on the E-course and share the E-course if you out there. You know what I'm saying? There it go right there. Oops. It didn't do it. What? That's messed up. There you go right there. There you go. Free GNJ E-course. Come and learn the method to the madness, family. The method to the building that we're doing. All right, so we got self-determination. We got justice, which is the demonic principle. We got indigo, which is the color. We got correspondence, which is the hermetic law. Last but not least, we got the male name Kwabena, female name Abina, right? So we lift up our glass to this present moment, to the power in this moment. We lift up and we celebrate the power in this moment. We exercise the power in this moment so that we can move towards the greater us. We raise our glass, we say Ashe. From there, we move to our children, our children's children. On to infinity, raise our glass, and we say Ashe. From our children, family, we move to all of our relations, and we lift up our glass, and we say Ashe, right? From there, we lift up our glass for that selfish toast. This is for you. What is it that you need right now to move towards that greatness right now? Lift up the glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, I want to lift up the tribe. Whatever tribe you in, lift it up, right? Celebrate your tribe. Celebrate the greater, is the collective you, right? We lift up our glass, right? My tribe is Gianni, lifting it up. From there, last but not least, family, I want to toast the most magnificent, most beautiful, most wise, most intelligent, uplifting, inspiring individual in the room. I want to raise my glass up to you. To you. Ashe. 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 Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. All of the honey. Woo! All of the honey I've been in and out. Hold on. I forgot in the present moment to go over the proverb of the day. And we are on proverb, first chapter, the 18th proverb. Freedom comes by alignment with the first source. For by the light, human beings see best how to choose, say the knowledge holders. Freedom comes by alignment with the first source. For by that light, human beings see best how to choose, say the knowledge holders. Now, also another thing we have time to do right now is I can open up the lines. If there's anybody out there who would like to call in, I can open up the lines. So y'all just need to, you can hit me up, let me know that you'd like the lines to be opened up. And we could definitely do that this morning. We got a little bit of time. Right now we are streaming at 720p, 30, not quite 30 frames per second, but we don't have any drop frames, so it should be coming across smooth over on your end. Let's check out over here and make sure. I want to make sure y'all getting the best. I don't know what happened to GNJMedia.live. I really don't know what happened to GNJMedia.live, but GNJ.media is on his way. Let's just say that. All right, so let's see how the stream is going for y'all before we go any further. Because like I said, I'm trying to give you the quality that you deserve. But in a minute, like I said, you'll be able to come and check us out on GNJ.media. That's even easier than GNJmedia.live, right? All right. Oh, they got us up. Uh-oh. You can see me from. I haven't posted on here in a minute. So, I mean, I forgot. Y'all can see. Forgetting early in the morning. Y'all can see that I'm not. Uh-oh. It looks smooth. It looks smooth. GNJ.media is on its way. All right, cool. All right, so family, you know the lines are open, 614-556-4535. Once again, we could open the lines at 614-556-4534. Let's go and do that. I'm going to open up the lines real quick. Oh, man, don't start tripping on me, Uber Conference. They're like, we need to use your mic and we need to... Stop it. Stop it. Acting like crabby. You need to use your camera and your mic. I know you need to use my camera and my mic. So, I'm trying to open up the lines, but Uber Conference want to act like a punk on me. Settings. Boom. Would you let me? Oh my God. So we might not be able to open up the lines. I mean, but there is another line that I could open up. But let me see. It depends on. All right, Uber. Come on, let's see. Last time for Uber Conference. Let's try it. So we got the black line open, 614-556-4535. Call in. Let's have this morning conversation. The lines are open. Lines are open. All right. Let me see. All right. So we're going to go from here. We're going to go to our news scene. We're going to do a nice little transition. I want to do the ancient building, and we're going to go here. I mean, I should have this ready. Oh, Lord. There we go. My fault. All right. So, all right, let's see. Damn, the engagements keep going up. So we saying we got 7,031 engagements. That's up 25%. But they say our reach over the last 28 days, and it changed a little bit since yesterday. We only reached 22,852 people. We are only 22,852 people. Only page likes 32. In the last 28 days, that's a drop of 59%. Oh, shit, I'll take it. We up live right now. We have 15 people reached, 1 engagement, 1 comment. Won't tell me how many people we had. Daily Toast, emoji, let's open the lines. Oh, okay, that was yesterday. So, all right, that was Daily Toast yesterday. DigiTV, old school, GNJMedia. You know what I'm saying? How many did we have on the line yesterday? Is this yesterday? No, this is today. Won't tell us that. This is so now the Daily Toast. So we got it posting up on the blog and back here. So we got DigiTV old school. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to have to go in and figure out how to change this so that each time it posts up what I got written. Grab your glass and join us. I had some problems with the stream, but we pushed through this morning. That's emoji. That's yesterday. 1 comment, 2 engagements, 8 people reached. So we had, for DigiTV yesterday, we had 32 views, 4 comments, 70 people reached. Who this on the line? Brother Kwame, how you doing? Hello? Hello? Hold on. Let me set my mic up. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
How you doing, Brother Kwame?
Doing good. Just wanted to check in, see if the lines were working and everything. You hear yourself in the background.
Yeah, it's pretty low, man. I don't know what's going on. But the black line is up. Thank you for the check-in. Everything going good for you and your family?
I'm still recovering. I don't know what the heck it was, but ever since this past cooling morning, bro, I've been barely able to get out of bed. So,
you talking about all this happened after? All this took place after we did the interviews.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm trying to still get out, at least walk a half mile.
Right.
And I was up to 2 miles, man.
And then something come back, and we sometimes hit those setbacks, but it's cool. We get over it, and we keep on pushing through.
Word. So what's going on in the news today?
All right, let's go check it out. Let's see if anybody been posting up, because I don't remember posting up nothing yesterday. All right, so we got but yesterday, like I said, for old school Digi TV, we had 32 views. That kind of, So we got somebody who it's a picture of an old book, and it looked like ancient hands coming out of it. It said, "If you want to be powerful, educate yourself. It's that simple." That's pretty good. It's like ancient hands coming up out the book and saying this. Toast and Talk of Money. That was up on the post. So we got here we go, Daily Toast and Mo. Okay. Shit. On the Mojo show we had 22 views, 13 shares. Okay. That was yesterday. Wow. Now I couldn't post it up on Spreaker once again, and hopefully I'm gonna be able to post this one up for Spreaker, because I have to put the show. I could post the show up after I do this show. So I want to apologize to the Spreaker fam, because like I said, the Spreaker fam is a major component of what we've been doing. We get a lot of downloads on Spreaker, so I want to apologize to the fam for not being able to get you live. But I'm still working on a fix for that. I don't know whether I'm gonna have to give me another mic and just stream off of two. Matter of fact, I think I might be able to do that. But the only issue is I want to keep the sound effects centered. So I want to apologize to the Spreaker fam in advance, because I want you to get the full effect that everybody else is getting, because you was the first. You know what I'm saying? You started. I mean, Spreaker got me started on the sound effects and exploring the journey. So I don't want to rob them of anything. So yesterday we kind of went through the contract with America, with contract with Black America that was posted up by Ice Cube. Ice Cube got a team together and put this out, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. And we also yesterday,
right?
Go ahead.
One of the brothers who you were referring to, brother here out of Ohio State, Derek Hamilton.
Derek Hamilton, yeah.
He's a former Oberlin grad.
Oh,
I think he was just coming in. I think he was just coming in as I was on my way out.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, you about to hook up the interview, man. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? But if I don't know if he's still at
No, No, I mean he's leaving Ohio State and I think going somewhere on the East Coast, perhaps.
Right.
I can't.
So if anybody out there got a contact with for brother Derek Hamilton, you know what I'm saying? Hit up brother, because I'm quite sure somebody in our circle, you know what I'm saying, knows him. So we can go and have a further discussion about this whole reparations piece. Because my biggest issue is I don't want. Well, actually, I mean, I guess it would be cool, but the infighting, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we got this group. We got this group that's saying this is how you're supposed to act for reparations. Then we got this group saying, no, this is how you're supposed to act for reparations. Then we got other groups that's just saying, listen, we just need to act for reparations. You know what I'm saying? We just need to be focused to get what we need to get and don't need to be getting into the pettiness into who is the most pedigreed and shit like that. You know, and just allow people to fit into the camps that they're gonna fit into as long as you're doing the work.
Right.
You know, I mean, and that, I mean, having the maturity to do the work. It's one thing to be able to talk, one thing to be able to argue, but it's a whole nother thing to be able to do the work. Because I done seen people that could talk and argue all the time, but there's very few people that can actually get out here and do the goddamn work. Just do the work and shut up. Just do the work and shut up. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm beyond that point.
You say you beyond that point, huh?
But I mean, it helps because I don't have that kind of energy.
Right.
I have to really stay focused on what I'm doing.
Because they will rob you. They will rob you of all your energy. And matter of fact, I was before I got up this morning. I got up to ran, and of course I go through my news feed, and a video popped up, and let me see if I could find the title of this video. Hold on. The title of the video: a white boy by the name of Shapiro. Hold on. A white boy by the name of Shapiro. And his thing was how to debunk the left's claims on, systematic racism. How to debunk the left claim on income inequality and systematic racism. And he said it's not a matter of race. It's more a matter of class, and it's a matter of culture. Brother Kwame, you are not doing as well as I am as a white person because of culture, not because of race.
Well, let's look at the truth of what he's saying. So, for example, given the history of the Western Asiatic.
The West Asian. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Excuse me. Given their history, as soon as they came from behind the eyes, they raped, they pillaged, they plundered everywhere they went. That's their culture. And based on that, compare that with what was coming out of the Southern Hemisphere. In other words, the places that they raped, pillaged, and plundered, those people were operating at a higher level of civilization, shall we say.
Well,
in other words,
I would challenge that.
They were acting. Well, let me say it this way.
Hello?
What they had experienced had, in some sense, made them soft, or made us soft. Let me say it that way. In other words, we came to expect the most and the best.
But that's not soft. That's not soft. That's not soft. I'm just saying.
No, look at Northern Africa.
Right.
You had people coming in from the east, and they were treacherous. But what we do, we put their asses out and let them come back in by the same road. Take the so-called seafarer. They came in, settled in up, in northern Africa, various places, so-called Libya, and we keep them at bay. But what did we think we could do with them? We thought we could civilize them. So
Right.
bring them in, and what they do? Stab us in the back, time and time again. And so what I'm saying is that if I might borrow from, I think it was Noah Crowley, he said, once a beast shows you what it is, you know what it will do.
Exactly. So,
and we kept forgetting that.
well, actually, I don't think it was a matter of. I don't think it was a matter of forgetting. Because you hit on a point where we was expecting something from them that may have not been in them.
Reciprocity.
Exactly.
We were expecting reciprocity, but then they came in and basically started taking advantage.
Right. In Dr. Henry Clark's documentary, he says, no country brought civilization to another country. Civilization is about being able to act civil. We was expecting people all over the world to be civil. Once again, we was extending we was extending our cultural ideas onto other ideals onto others, rather than, once again, going back to your quote, taking them for what they were. So what you're saying is that, in a sense, Mr. Shapiro is correct. It is a matter of culture that why they were able to succeed in this type of system, because they was able to rob and steal and rape. I don't know if you heard. I put up my show the other day after we was having that marvelous show with the Ogilvy family, and the little troll on D Live, which I'm about to cut up off my shit real soon. The little troll come on and be like, and didn't even stick around. We ain't think about black on black crime. I gotta say it like that because it's so silly. But this is what I respect about the whole Ben Shapiro thing, and some of these other people. Once again, it gets back to the media control of their narrative, and make sure they got the talking points. So they throw shit out like, what about black on black crime? One of the things I asked on my vlog that I'm doing now, because I'm doing a daily vlog trying to keep up with stuff. One of the things that I asked the question is, well, I mean, we always, the black on black crime thing is a soft target. It ain't even a soft target. It's something that throws you off. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to throw you off, but we got to get beyond the point where that throws us off, because we got to start asking the questions as well. Cool. I mean, if we gonna talk about black on black crime, let's talk about white on white crime. Let's talk about Asian on Asian crime. Let's talk about Hispanic on Hispanic crime. Hell, matter of fact, let's take it a little bit deeper, especially when white people bring it up. Let's talk about white people on everybody else crime. Let's talk about that shit.
That if I were to go down that road.
Well, you actually did. You actually did go down. You started at that road, my friend.
Right. Where I could continue down that road. I mean, that's what. But the reason why I don't like staying on that road for long is because talking about them doesn't do a damn thing for us.
Right.
And so my focus is to say, to address it more like, look, I know you listen to white media, and I know by and large we've all been programmed by white media. But I would offer this as a thought to process, and that is, that unlike what they're trying to convince you, we as black people can keep our minds on more than one thing.
That's true.
At the same time. So even while we have, the issues that go on within our own community, and everyone is made to believe that we don't give a damn and don't do anything about it, when I know that's false. Shit, some of the young people I had scheduled to interview, but couldn't make it for one reason or another the past week. I remember some of their friends, being killed, and the actions that they would take, and that Charlotte and I would go to support them in those actions. To support, help support the families of those their friends who had been murdered in one way or another. And so those kinds of things get a bleep on the media. And because it's not steadfastly put in front of our faces, we think that we don't do a damn thing when, violence occurs within our own community, or whatever, occurs within our own community. Now, you take something as, what do we call it, black murder porn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's, police officers killing us or whatever the case may be. And of course, that gets a lot of play.
Right.
Because there are brothers and sisters all over, the nation, some who gain popularity through such things. I'm not questioning their sincerity, but they gain popularity over such issues, and through their popularity, they're able to blow it up so that it becomes, look, when you consider these, a number of these past few killings, man, we didn't find out for damn near 6 months. 3 to 6 months. Given all the social media we got going on.
See,
but all that aside, I'm just saying that we as black people we're built strong to be able to understand that we have more than one battle at this same time.
You can't.
And a lot of our people don't want to give us credit for that.
Well, and not only that, but like I said, it's used as, because like I said, one of the things I'm noticing in the media is like when I'm listening to a Donald Trump, or I'm listening to a Rush Limbaugh, or I'm listening to a Shapiro, or I'm listening to some right-leaning person, or I'm listening to a left-leaning West Asian, what I'm hearing are talking points in which they talk around to kind of confuse the central idea, and to keep them grounded. And the goal is to pull you off. So black on black crime is one of those things that they throw out to kind of throw us off balance, as well. And when I say West Asian talking points, it don't just have to be them.
No shit, I'm familiar with them.
Right.
I'm familiar. Look, I used to grow up with listening to my friends give those talking points.
Exactly. What about? You know what I'm saying? It's be like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? But we and it's always thrown out there when you start trying to address the systematic issues that exist. So you have to move away from this, from dealing with in the conversation or in the thought, dealing with the systematic piece, and move back to some shit that was generated. So you move from the source back out to the fringes, and have to fight your way back to the source by justifying what you can't even justify, because you know what I'm saying. So it's crazy. Same thing with black wealth. So I'm looking at my screen, and the stuff that's on my screen is not in focus. So I need to figure out what's going on there. I think I might be throwing out I know it. I got a good idea what's up. Let's see if we could change this because I got my camera
Well,
on.
while you're changing that, I want to bring us back to where we started. I said, okay, so let's find the truth in what the Shapiro is saying. That's where I started. But by starting there, I also recognize that he means culture in a whole nother way than I'm exploring culture. You see what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So culture and how it's defined or even implemented, there's two different understandings that we're using. So he and I can't really talk because his notion of culture may not necessarily agree what I understand culture to be. And then, but I also understand that we both have a common understanding of culture. What he's trying to do is convince me and the world that his is superior.
Which
that's what he's trying to do.
Which fits into the narrative in which he's living in the paradigm. His ancestors had culturally robbed, culturally stolen, destroyed other cultures, and made it possible for all of a sudden for him to be able to sit back and act like he's civilized. Now get out of here with that. But anyway.
But again, all we have to do is, shall we say, what's the expression I want to use? Look behind the curtain.
Exactly.
Because, I'm assuming that the Shapiro usually has a connotation of a certain religious sect. And then we talk about rape, stealing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Killing. So, and again, referring back to Dr. Clark, if Jesus was considered a Jew, and everyone knew, he had to either be Asiatic or African. In other words, he had to have some kind of melanin, deeper melanin than what was coming out of the Western Asia. So, and then if you talk to some Jews who don't mind spilling it, they'll tell you that the Jew of Jesus' time would have been comparable to what's that? That dark-skinned Yemenite. The dark-skinned Yemenite. And he said, now, one of the Jewish dudes I heard talking about this, he said, now, I know I'm not dark-skinned, and I know many of the people who claim that, their Jews are dark-skinned. But without getting dogged down in ambiguity, let's be specific. So we're talking about a group of people who started off as Hebrews and got classified as Jews, coming out of the tribe of Judah and all this kind of stuff. But his point was that, are you familiar with the that cloak that they put over Jesus after he had died, and it left his imprint on it?
Right. I know what you're talking about.
Right, the Shroud of Turin.
Shroud of Turin, right, okay. Supposedly it's the Shroud of Turin, but go ahead, I'm sorry.
Right. So somebody was trying to convince a group of people that this Shroud of Turin was the true image of Jesus. And the guy said, look, what I saw doesn't look like the Jesus that I would have known back then.
Yeah.
He said, because the Jesus that I would have known would have looked like a dark-skinned Yemenite. And you know what the response was? The guy's response was, well, you can't really tell the color.
Can't tell it. But even with the but see, but then that gets into the madness and it's crazy, man. So we're living in a time where we have, I mean, we are in narrative combat on a consistent basis.
Right.
And we have to be,
Absolutely.
and we
And I
have to,
want you to,
and we have to be training ourselves and our young people to deal with these narratives, because you could listen to them and be thrown all the way off, off.
Look, over the last 3 weeks, starting with Sister Tiandra, she hit the narrative, right?
Right.
You, along with you and Baba Tony. Now, when you go into last week and re-listen to those broadcasts, bro, you're gonna find that damn near 4 out of the 5 nights, the narrative. Well, really, if you're paying attention, the narrative was what was being questioned and talking about how we have to take a greater control of every night, and that's coming from our young.
You know, but as we get older, we start accepting the stories. And it becomes problematic for the children in the future, because we start accepting the stories, and I mean, because we kind of, how can I put it? Because it puts us in a situation, once we start accepting the stories and start living the stories, then it's hard for us to be present when our children are talking.
Right.
Because, man, listen, when that young lady was going on Nia, I said, ooh. Because that's why I said, we got to pull up, baby. I didn't say it quite like that, we got to pull up. I mean, because the narrative that her mother lived in wasn't conducive with the narrative that this young lady was observing. You know what I'm saying? We have to exist. We have to wear the mask. Well, is that Frantz Fanon book y'all reading? Is it Blackface White Mask? We got to wear the mask. Black skin,
white mask.
We got to wear the mask. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and wearing the mask, we could sometimes forget that we are wearing the mask, or we might get uncomfortable when we have to take the mask off, because it makes it almost impossible for us to make a living, because other people's narratives are so powerful that they will get your ass fired. They will get your they will get your finances snatched. They will get your loans called in. See, and this is why I talk about with culture. As we start building our culture, we got to understand that our culture is supposed to act as, in a sense, a blanket that surrounds us and protect us. Because from those stories, you should get a sense of self-worth. Not only a sense of self-worth, but there should be some type of, for lack of a better term, some type of inheritance with that story. Some type of power that come with that story that gets you to be able to move. You know what I'm saying? Because when your boy, what's his name? The young boy, he ain't even young no more, but Nick Cannon. When Nick Cannon's narrative that he was telling was no longer palatable for a certain group, they shut his ass down.
That's right.
When the narrative that he was telling got too loud and went too far away from the narrative that other people are comfortable with, they shut his ass down. They didn't ask him to apologize. They didn't ask him for a debate. They didn't ask him, you know what I'm saying, prove what you saying. They just shut his ass down.
That's right.
And we got to understand, family, this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with people who who, like for you, a story is just something that you could change and you could just let go. Other people's whole personal and family and tribal identity are wrapped up in these stories, and they're willing to kill. They're willing to kill, steal, rape, do whatever they need to maintain it. What are you doing? What are you willing to do to maintain yours? Man,
you're on point.
You know, hey, you know, but then like I said, you know, so we got coming off of Mashable.com, we got Bernie Sanders and Elon Musk are beefing in a Twitter fight over a tax on billionaires. Because Bernie is proposing a tax on people who made massive amounts of money during this COVID-19.
I think I kind of like that Robert Smith idea. What do you call it? The
2% investment. Now, I kind of skipped over that because, but anyway, Robert Smith is talking about that 2% investment for, I think, is it 10 years? I think we need to kind of expand that to maybe about 20 or possibly 30 years. But I like the fact that out of all of, you know, because he didn't, in what I read so far, he didn't diverge from using the term and sticking to black. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah. You know, but I guess $5 billion give you a certain cushion that you you know what I'm saying? That, you know, but I mean, but then, you know, you got
we thought that kind of pool would also give our brother, what's his name?
Byron Allen.
Byron Allen, a kind of cushion. And I mean, you know, some may say he made out okay, but you know, the end result is shit. They closed off that loophole, or what they saw as a loophole.
Right. You know, and what Byron Allen is doing is still up for debate, because I'm looking, I'm not really, because he was talking black. Now, I mean, for a second, now I'm not seeing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not real. So, but then once again, maybe my eyes are not able to comprehend what I'm seeing at this point in time. So I'm just going, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch, because you know.
Well, you know, I don't know enough about it to make an intelligent comment, but at least what little I see at this point, it's like us with GNJMedia.live. We're trying to be in somebody else's platform, and they can shut our ass down at any time.
Which they did.
Right.
Which they did.
Byron Allen was trying to get on somebody else's platform, and they treated him like they had plans to treat Negroes all along, black folks all along, you know, and he thought that might have been an opportunity, or, you know, I can't really say what was on his mind necessarily, but that might have been an opportunity to try to push that,
narrative.
Well, he's pushed the narrative in much the way Nick Cannon has pushed the narrative, and in much the way Robert Smith is trying to push the narrative. What I mean by that is they all make observations and say this is the way we see things. And of course, those people that, you know, they're talking about strike out at.
Right.
Now that should be expected, but but it does go to say that well, shit, it says a lot of stuff, but it speaks to what you're talking about as far as narrative, what people will do to protect their narrative,
Ooh, there go, man.
and
Oof.
you know, and the what's the word I'm looking for? The not necessarily execution, but the oh shit, what's the word I'm looking for? Out there, the retribution is swift.
Without a hesitation. You don't even get
Right.
a chance to. You don't even get a chance to take a breath. That dude went to bed. That dude went to bed, employed, and woke up. Just imagine that. He went to bed. His future was secure. He woke up and was like, "What in the?" But yeah, Robert.
And again, but see, some of the stuff we're referring to, we keep keeping it, we keep talking about a lot of the stuff within the financial realm. And I'm saying that, look, it's not like Nick Cannon hasn't walked away from big money before, or what some might be considered to be big money before. However, what's different is that, and again, I don't watch or listen to this kind of stuff to say one way or another, because before Brother Kamati, went on to Cannon's class, I hardly knew who Nick Cannon was. One of the brothers I used to tutor had to help me out.
Right.
And I guess he used to be married to Mariah Carey. So
right.
And the brother I used to tutor, he had a thing from Mariah Carey. So, that's how I came to know anything about who this individual Nick Cannon was. So, that aside, Tony Martin, the Jewish onslaught, he outlines some of the methods that he had to suffer through when he offended so-called Jewish community.
Mm.
And he went on to basically, if I remember correctly, that's what that book grew out of. But he expanded it to cover, different brothers and sisters who had to go through what he went through.
You talking about Tony?
I mentioned to you,
you talking about Tony Martin that wrote extensively about Marcus Garvey?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Excuse me. And one of those things when we were talking maybe a month or so ago, one of the proverbs when I mentioned the honey pot,
mm-hmm.
and how women will be used to first bring your brother down if you don't want to, in order to get the goods on the brother so you can co-opt.
Right.
If that don't work, then you threaten his livelihood. In other words, his means of support.
Mm-hmm.
And if that don't work,
kill him.
You start threatening his family. If that don't work, you start threatening his life. And so I don't know necessarily what Nick Cannon was hit with. So I will not dog the brother. I will not dog the brother by any means. I just know that we have to be prepared to whatever degree we can be for the madness that these people will protect their narrative.
Oh man!
I hear Sister Navita on the line. What's happening?
Before you go,
hey, what's up? Peace and love. I can't comment because Hot Tim got me blocked, so I thought I'd just call in.
Oh my God!
And see what listen to the show if I wanted to comment, and I do want to comment on something that Brother Kwame said, and I think sometimes we forget as a people is like she said about Nick Cannon. You know, people say, well, he had all that money. He didn't have to
Shit.
back down. But we don't know what they threatened him with.
That's very true.
They could have told him, we're going to destroy you. We're going to dig so much dirt up on you that you'll be in court and paying lawyers till you broke. You know, so we just don't know what they said. You know, and I've seen people, including myself, bite my tongue, take something back or whatever. Well, we had to do something that we normally wouldn't do in order to keep our job so we can pay our bills. So I can't even, you know, until we are in a position where we can take care of a Nick Cannon or somebody, we have a place to offer them to go when they do speak out like they do, then, you know, that's the behavior you're going to get because he's trying to survive out here in this system, you know.
But Diddy offered him a job?
Did he offer him a job?
Yeah, Diddy did. Diddy said, come home. But, I mean, but then that's a whole nother piece because Diddy, Nick Cannon been in the game a long time. Diddy been in the game. So it's almost like, you know, we got the same money.
You feel like you don't know what they
right.
threatened this man with, you know.
The history is that Nick Cannon has walked away from multi-million-dollar deals before, or let me mention singularly. I know that he's walked away from millions of dollars before, so I don't think it was just a money thing.
I don't either.
You know, lends to what, you know, Sister Navita's saying or reiterating. I don't think it was just a money thing. I think it was something else. What that something else is, you know,
we don't know. We can only speculate on.
Right, we can only speculate. Right.
We got, you know.
So I will neither. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just saying. So, I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, because for me, I was just being facetious because some people be like, well, Puffy offered him, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of us, we only able to deal with the money aspect because that's the only level they really got to go with us. What happens?
That's where we're at.
Right.
That's where we're at. You see how what they did with him, it wasn't even about, even though his money was affected by what they decided to focus on with him, you know. And not only did it cost him money, he ended up in jail. His name was slandered all over the media, you know. So who knows what they said they was going to do to Nick Cannon, you know what I'm saying?
Or didn't say. We don't even know that they said anything, you know what I'm saying? We don't, but like I said, we have no idea of what's playing behind the scenes, but many of us want to act like we're experts on it. Like we, you know, and I agree with you on that, Sister Navita, because, you know, because some of these people, I don't even listen, like a lot of this stuff I don't even listen to. I'm just being honest with you. You know, my piece was, I already knew it was going to be an issue with when he brought Professor Griff on there. You know what I'm saying? Because Nick Cannon has a large white or West Asian fan base. You brought on Professor Griff. What the fuck you thought was gonna happen? Now that's the one piece that I can ask. What in the fuck you thought was gonna happen?
Well, he forgot. We get comfortable and we forget.
Right.
And sometimes we get our nigga wake up call, you know. And he got it. Like, and I'm sure he was probably like, what was I thinking? You know, I thought I could do this, and I forgot.
You know, like I said, so that's what, once again, we got to build up our own media. We got to build up our own, as they call it in politics, our own war chest. And we got to build up those individuals that are willing enough to take care of the story. You know, not just in telling the story, but being willing to lay it down for the story. I mean, as fucked up as that may sound, but that's the real, because that's how they come it up. That's how they come. You know what I'm saying? You can't. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. You can't build nothing if you don't have if you don't have it within you or within your crew to be able to fight and maintain what you got. Because soon as somebody see that you are able to make a come up off of it, they want it. They want it.
Right.
You're making money doing what? Why don't you come work for me? No. What you mean no? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because eventually Gianni gonna have that moment where we're gonna have to make a major decision. It's coming.
For sure. For sure. But this like a Tariq Nasheed, I guess maybe, I have seen him on CNN before, I think it is, a couple of times. And he pretty much stays true to his platform. And I think that because he's comfortable with doing that is because, for one, all of his financial support none of it comes from mainstream media or any of those outlets. So if they decide to, I think, come after him or even slander his name or what have you, I think he's more comfortable because he feels possibly that that's not his audience.
Right.
And his audience would not listen to a mainstream media. You know what I'm saying? If anything, his audience is going to always question a mainstream media. As far as with Nick, he had a large white audience.
Yes, he did.
And, that's, shutting down real quick, you know what I'm saying? Because they was listening and, but, I've seen Tariq on Tucker Carlson before and different things. But he's still not as direct, I guess, like a professor. Well, Griff is, maybe.
Listen, Griff is uncompromising at all.
Uncompromising for sure.
When you talk to Griff, it don't matter if you white, it don't matter if you black. Griff is not coming. He's not changing that shit. Period. I'm not trying to make you feel he has no concern about your feelings, none of that shit. Griff, when I met, that's how Griff has always been like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he thought he was bringing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I could even understand him bringing Tariq Nasheed onto that show. But Professor Griff? Come on, dog. Really. Professor Griff's career is he's famous because of his uncompromising stance.
Right.
You mean to tell me that nobody around him could see that shit? I'm just saying. But maybe it was like what you were saying. He needed that Negro moment. You know what I'm saying? You need to be reminded, boy. You fucking up the narrative. But yeah, man. Because Griff don't. Like I said, shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. But anyway. But that's how it is. But anything else? We hit that IQ plan. I wanted to kind of look at, because there was a response from Lloyd's of London to T.I., and I don't know if y'all know the backdrop of that.
From who?
T.I. wrote a letter to the president of Lloyd's of London, or the board of Lloyd's of London, because Lloyd's of London wrote in an article, and I got it up here. They wrote in an article how they was apologizing for slavery. So T.I. called them out on that shit and was like, well, since you apologizing, you know what I'm saying? Let's take it one step further. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about some reparations. You know what I'm saying? And he sent some stuff out to him. And once again, we got people within the community or within the nation or whatever, however you want to look at it, within another tribe from Tip, basically attacking him because he don't know what the fuck he talking about, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? But he had enough sense to hear these motherfuckers say that they were sorry and how he was going to make amends and how, see, because it always starts, we're sorry for what we did to black folks. What we're going to do is we're going to open up a program that that covers people of color.
People of color.
It always, if you look at if you look at the articles, if you look at the write-ups, if you look at the apologies, it starts with an apology to black people. Then it moves to black and brown. Then it moves to people of color. Then it moves to women and people of color. Then it moves to LGBTQ, people of color, and women. And by that time, black has been moved so far up out of the arena that, once again, we on the outside looking in, eating scraps, if we even get that. So, that's why I'm very, very concerned about the narrative that we tell, because it's like it's almost as if we tell ourselves a story of woe, and we accept that goddamn story of woe as if this is the only story that we could do. So we always got to sacrifice for everybody, and I'm like, fuck that. That time is over. That time is over. It's the time for us to be suffering for everybody else to make a come up is done.
It's done.
It's done. It's done.
Done. Yeah.
We ain't got no more time for it. But Navita, you was talking about some type of contest you was doing on GNJMedia?
Yes, I'm going to have a contest. Get your wallets open because you're going to get you some money. It's guaranteed money.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Do we have to have a private conference about this money thing? Because when you told me the money wasn't that big, the money you talking about right now sounds a little bit bigger than the money we talked about yesterday.
No, it's just money.
Okay.
Player. So, what it is yesterday I was doing like a little movie trivia thing with gifts. So, I'm going to do different trivia, whether it be with a gift of a movie, it may be a person in African American history. It could be African or the diaspora. It's just going to be a series of gifts for the most part, because it makes it harder for you to actually look up, like, who is this person or what was this, because it's harder then to go look it up to get the answer on Google if you're doing it in the form of a gift.
Oh, you talking about the GIF thing where we're just where it's a short loop.
Right.
I don't know if you know how to make those, but I can show you how to make those.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to show me. That would be great. So I will go live.
Explain that to me, because I'm not familiar.
All right. What a GIF is a small video. It's a small computer program that's in the form of a video where it's a repeated gesture by the individual or the concept in the video. So you might have a GIF where somebody is saying hi and they have a silly look on their face and they just waving at you, and it's just on a forever loop. So it's constantly playing over and over again. So every time you go to it, the individual in the GIF is doing the same thing. Like you might have heard about the GIF with Michael Jordan crying. You know what I'm saying? That everybody was showing, or the GIF with the Kermit and the T. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that would be considered a GIF because that was a steal, but it's a single idea that you put out with a recurring image.
Okay. And you
So
can
like
do
if
this
I
in
wanted to take
video
a
as
clip
well,
from
right?
Yes.
Like if I wanted to take a clip
I've
from
come across it.
Okay.
Any clip that you want to take, I could turn into I could turn into a gift. There.
So, for example, even if I wanted to do a gift of, and it could just be you can, I don't know, but I don't even know if there's any video clip of him, but if I wanted to do a clip of Khalid Abdul Muhammad or something like that, and I'm like, who is this, whatever, I could post the gift.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the person could say who it is.
Yeah.
And the first person who replies with the correct answer and their Cash App information will receive $5.
Now I got a question. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not the seventh person?
Because I said the first person, and that's what it's gonna be.
Oh, now hold
I don't want it to be the
now.
seventh person because the seventh person can look at what the first person put, like, oh yeah, that's it, and then they got it.
I just asked, but your response let me know how you run your shit. You let me know how you run your
I want
shit.
it to be the first person who responds, and that means if they didn't get that from anybody else in the thread, they were the first person who responds, and they get the $5. So with the $5, I mean, so that's your $5. So if I ask a series of 10 questions, or and you'll have so long to answer it. If it's not answered within so many, in the first, I don't know, whatever, I'll come up with, whether it be 50 seconds or 40 seconds, then I will move on to the next question. But you have the opportunity, if I answer 5 questions and you're the first one to be on the thread answering, you've won $25 just by tuning in to GNJ.
All right.
We'll do a series of different things.
Are you trying to check? Quick question: are you trying to check to see if people know these answers off the top of their head, or?
No, that's not my purpose, whether they know it off the top of their head or if they somehow looked up the gift. I don't know how you do that. But it's just the opportunity to, if somebody else who does know it and they say it, and then we could talk about it a bit to the other people who didn't know, and then it will maybe prompt people. And I could even do stuff like through the week. Maybe we had a show, Tim did a show, and we bring up something in the show and see if people have listened. It's just a way to get people interactive with it's an interactive with G&J.
And so you got to like the page, of course, right?
You have to like the page to participate. So that means and follow the page to know when we're doing it. Because then, which I'm not sure, I have to talk with Tim about that, because with everything going live, you don't know when someone is actually live and doing something. So
now with your piece, what you can do is you could pin that at the top of the page. After you post it, you could post it and pin it to the top of the page so that it is above everything. So when somebody come onto the page, it's immediately there, and people could go and deal with it. But that's dope. That's dope, Navita. And when we supposed to be having the first taping of your show? Ooh, got her on the spot.
Well, I got somebody coming over today to set my stuff up, and then I just got to get with you on putting the information on the computer. So within the next, I'm gonna say, week or two, I should be up and running.
Now, do you want? As far as the information, do you want it the easy way, or you want it the hard way?
Well, I want it just the correct way, whichever the best way, whatever one that would be. So whatever the best way is, that's what it would be. But we can have that conversation off the air about that.
Okay, I'm just saying, because it's like, we can make it complicated, or we can make it very easy. But it's
I just want it to be good.
All right.
That's all.
Both of them good.
Okay.
Both ways is good. The best way is to learn both. But anyway.
Okay. Well, then there you go.
I'm not, because you asked too many goddamn questions. I'm not, Help me, Lord, help me. Got me calling.
It's the accountant in me. We ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
For clarity.
Yeah, I'm just like yo. I just like you. Cause I said the first one. I'm gonna be like, I push that button because I said push that goddamn button, and I don't want no question. Push the goddamn button. All right, but family, I gotta get out. I gotta go on to the adventure this morning. Also, any closing words?
Well, I just want go ahead, Ham. Go ahead, Kwame.
Just gotta say one love. I'm out.
Peace out, God.
And I just want to tell everyone, don't be fooled by the bullshit and with this so-called presidential election. Be wise and rule with your intellect and your heart, not just your heart, and leave your intellect at the goddamn table. You got to bring it all to the table. But some of the shit y'all saying out here, I'm just floored at my people.
Yeah.
So that's all I got to say. Reevaluate some things.
All
and
right.
I'm out.
All right, family. This is Brother Hatim. I want to thank you for taking the time and joining us on GNJMedia. Man, oh man, has it been a marvelous show. We are up and we are out. What the hell going on here?
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius. What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
Women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero,